Hi there. With all this flurry of mask makings, I'm going to go and show you how I make mine. It's a quick no frills one with no fuss. Have a look, see if you like it and let me know. Have a go. So first of all, you start off with a paper pattern. I've cut mine out at 250 mils wide by 140 mils deep. 250 mils is ear to ear for me, and 140 mils is from your bridge of your nose, sort of halfway up your nose, I guess, to just under the bottom of your chin, but include 15 mils for seam allowance. I've used some stretchy cotton lycra, and you can see here it is cut to the pattern with a fold line here, so it actually extends twice the length. Okay, so the ingenious bits is to use some elastic hair ties. They're already looped. Instead of using this, you could use elastic or something with a little bit of stretch, perhaps even elastic bands. So grab both of them and put them into the stretch. So now we're ready to sew. Okay, to quicken up the process, I'm just using the trusty old sewing machine. I'm not using an overlocker, but this should do the trick. So I'm sewing the seam to join it. So you can see the two bands here, and here's the seam. All done. Next thing, I just want to trim the seam up nice and close to the stitching. Okay, so now I want to reposition the seam into the center with the two loops at the side. And what I want to do now is I'm going to sew seams all across the top and almost all the bottom. So here we go, we're doing the seam. Remember, 1.5 centimeter seams or 15 millimeter. Basically sew right to the other end till you hit the other elastic band. I'm still going and I've nearly reached the end. When I reach the end, I'll almost touch the elastic band and I'll just reverse the stitch. Now to the other side. I'm sewing the other side, but this time I'm actually going to be leaving a little gap at the end, because this gap is going to allow me to turn everything inside out. Okay, so this is roughly where I'll finish. I'll just reverse the stitch a little bit. So this is just where I'm trimming the excess fabric off, up the top and the bottom. When I get to this, I'll just sort of work around it. We'll see what happens there later on. Here's the one at the top. We'll just trim all the way. There we go. So this is where I'm going to turn the whole mask inside out. Which will give me the nice neat edges. There we go. So what I'm doing now is I've turned it inside out to the right way, and I'm top stitching the top, and I'm going to top stitch it all the way around, including around the elastic, just to hold everything nice and neat. So here is the completed mask. You can see where I've top stitched it all the way around, like so. If it helps pin everything in place when you top stitch it, it might help you, especially as you near the elastic areas, because you have to stretch that out a little bit to ensure it doesn't twist. So here's the final result. I'll show you how I put it on over my ear. and voila, first attempt. There are a few things which I'd change around a second time. The elastic doesn't sit tight enough, so I would probably shorten those rings. I'd probably use proper elastic and just make them a little bit tighter. The mask itself is a little bit too big actually for my face, so even though the width from ear to ear was 250 mil, I would probably make it maybe 240, even 235, just to allow for the stretch, just so it fits nice and tight. The other thing I would also do to modify this mask a little bit would be to increase the height of the material, just so it sits snugly under the chin. It just feels that there's not sufficient fabric there in case I speak a lot. You can probably see that as I speak, everything comes down a bit low. We don't want that, do we? So enjoy your mask making journey. There's lots to explore and lots of different patterns out there that you can give a go. Good luck! After a bit of fiddling, I've actually threaded through some string where the ear holders go. So the ear holders go on the ear and the string is tied around the nape of my neck. And surprisingly, this sits really, really well now. I don't have to adjust it. When I talk, it doesn't fall down. I don't know how it's done it, but it seems to have fixed the issues. As you can see here, there's the ear elastic and then the elastic that gets tied around the nape of my neck. And I haven't got absolutely any issues now with the mask falling down. I can talk and I can talk and I can talk and I can talk, and it makes it just a little bit taut, and it's really comfortable, believe it or not. Give it a go. Bye.